All right, we're up to part 2 on how to find your mission in life. So another thing is another way to find your mission in life. Beside we should do everything I said before, but to continue further and look deeper, the best way is to have a rabbi. But not just a rabbi that is really spiritual and can look into you and see your potential, someone who has sense. There's not so many rabbis like that. I found very few out there, but um, it's another way to do it. And you have a rabbi that knows you and knows how to push you and knows how to direct you and can see someone who can see your potential. It can be also a best friend or if sometimes a parent that see really your potential. But a rabbi is ideal because he has usually helped by Hashem to guide you. So if you can have a rabbi and that rabbi will and you create a bond with this rabbi, that you choose him as a rabbi, then Hashem is going to help the rabbi have clarity on what the students need to work on and what his mission is. So that's very important. Obviously, the rabbi should not tell you you have to do that, but it should help you find on your own what your mission is. It will guide you. Okay, so that's another one. Another one is you have to know that the Vilna Gaon says in Mishlei, or King Solomon, that in the past we used to have a prophet. We go to the prophet and say, I have this problem, I have this thing happening in my life, and we go to the prophet will tell you really what's the problem and what mission you have, how is it connected to your life. Nowadays we don't have that, but we have what's called Ruach HaKodesh, which is divine inspiration. Now there are many different levels of divine inspiration. Most of us don't necessarily have it on a high level, but the Vilna Gaon says that we all have in us, if we really work on our spirituality, we try to connect to God, we have enough in us, enough spirituality to feel and to get a sense of what is mission, meaning everything is there. We should be able to figure out on our own. So although you should have a rabbi to guide you, to help you to develop your mission or help you on the path to your mission, you have everything in there. Ask God for help to have clarity to find your mission, and you'll find it. And another thing is when you have a set time to learn Torah. If you learn Torah, that's obviously mostly for the Jews, but when you learn Torah, for the non-Jew will be even without. It will be without the Torah through everyday life. But when you learn Torah on a regular basis, you have a set time and say, okay, I'm trying to come close to God. I'm learning Torah to get close to God, to understand better what life is about and to work. Whatever you're going to learn is usually going to be an indication of what you need to do, what you need to do that day. Meaning it's not just about you finding your mission, it's about what you're supposed to do that day. But the message, whatever you're going to look for a book, for example, you go on the library and you take a book randomly, and you happen to take a book about anger somehow, and so why did you pick a book of anger? And then you find something so fascinating about anger, and now you're whole excited about working on anger. That means God is hinting to you that the reason you took that book and you're so excited about that part of anger is because you need to work on that anger. Very often when you learn on a regular basis and you're consistent with your learning, you're going to find in your learning answers or suggestions to questions you had, or what you were supposed to do that day or that week or that month, so that year. So that's also very important. Be aware that when you learn, God is talking to you. You have to be aware of that. God is talking to you through learning. And as I said before, even whether you're Jewish or non-Jewish, God is talking to you through what's around. All of a sudden, you meet a friend from 5 years ago and say, hey, did you hear about, fireman truck thing, and he has a whole thing on fireman and whatever, and that might be an indication that you have to work as a fireman. So obviously you have to be careful not to be too extreme, that everything is necessarily a message from God, because we're not all on that level. But if you have big things coming up like that take out of the ordinary, and someone's talking to you, or you hear something on the radio, on the news that catch your interest, then that might be also a message to help you in your mission, find your mission. One of the way I found that we can help us find our mission in life is to ask yourself, where can I be the best giver? How can I be the best giver? So some people are good at teaching. Some people are good at helping. Some people are good at listening. So everybody has a specific power of giving. So when we, and it says, the Ramchal, the Hashem, that why did God create the world? To be able to give good to another, right? So giving good to another is the purpose of creation. And we're supposed to give to the world. So you have to find out, okay, how can I be the best giver? What can I give the world that I'm gonna be the best at? And this way you're gonna be very successful in whatever giving you do, because this is where your strongest power is. So ask yourself, how can I be the best giver? And I always suggest to make a hero name for yourself. You have to be a hero, like an X-Men, or right there. Each one has its own name. Flash, the one who goes very fast. Hercules, the one who is enraged and has tremendous strength. So yeah, you have to find, okay, what's my strength? I'm good at it. I'm the super listener, right? Or I'm the super tzedakah giver, or I'm L force, L for love force. So find something that this is in your mind, that's your hero name, and when you wake up in the morning, this is my mission. I'm going out there and change the world, do my mission, unleash your own force. You're your own hero. You're a hero for the world. The world was created for you. Go out there and do it. Okay. All right. So those are the main things, and you have to make time for that, and you have also to try to be aware of. The last thing I'm going to say is you have to listen to you inside. What drives you the most? What excites you the most? Some people are excited about invention and creativity. Like some people love art, and when people speak about mathematics, they get excited. Some people about spirituality. So you gotta find the thing that drives you the most. The thing that drives you the most is that when you speak about it, or it's awakens inside, you get excited. That's a strong indication of that where your mission is. So obviously, if you love vanilla ice cream, you crave vanilla ice cream, doesn't mean that's it is. We're talking about something more deeper, spiritual, something more or intellectual, not necessarily physical only. We're talking something that can change people's life. And we have to understand that as human beings, we're not created just for ourselves. We're created for the world. It's going to what I was saying before about giving. But you're here to give to the world. So what way, if you have $1 billion, right? No limitation. What would you do? How would you give to the world? Some people will make hospitals for the children. Some people will go speak to the poor in the street and give them strength. And some people will give them money. And some people will go save the whales. And some people will, fight the internet or different things, and whatever needs to be done out there to live a healthier and better life as human beings. Some people teach spirituality. Some people will teach health. Be doctors. So find out where can I be the most awesome? How can I best help the world? I need to help the world. We live for the world. This is our mission as human beings. I'm here to give to the world, to make the world. Find your mission. When you find your mission, you will really be a happy person, because you know that before you die, or even if someone dies before its time, God forbid, he will not be come in heaven empty-handed, because you have done what he was supposed to. So I have a little booklet for those people who want to know what the mission is. I have a little booklet, right? If you want to have that, It's more complete. It speaks more about it. I'll send it to you an email. Just send me your email. Send me your email, and then I will do that. I really encourage everybody to do it. It's you have to do it. It's not like it's a nice thing to do like other things. It is more important than anything else. Most important thing in the world is to find your mission. You find mission, you won't waste a minute of your life, and you'll be a hero. We need you. So do it.